DALL-E 3 is about to come out. It just got announced.
Oh my God.
DALL-E is kind of the thing that started this whole AI like explosion in the public eye. I remember the week that we found out about DALL-E through like a couple Twitter posts, and it was when DALL-E 2 had just come out. We were like, what is this generative AI? Like, what is generative AI? What is like a large language model? Like, what is all this stuff? And it just like, we just dove into learning about this stuff.
That was when we had to like write up what we wanted and send to them, and they did the prompts for it, and then we got a bunch of pictures from that. Like that's how now you can just like go do it whenever you want.
So at the time, DALL-E 2 looked like incredible, right? Like comparatively to what we had before, compared to DALL-E 1, compared to like anything, because we had no idea that you could type in words and get a picture out of it. But now all of this stuff's coming out. Mid-Journey is insane now. So DALL-E 2 looks like child's play at this point. But now DALL-E 3 is coming out, and there's a lot of different stuff about DALL-E 3 that makes it updated. It's got much more art to work with, so it's just better in general. It works with ChatGPT. So it's like embedded inside of ChatGPT for ChatGPT Plus members. And the funny thing is you ask for an image, but if your prompt is too simple, ChatGPT will expand your prompt to make it more complex so that DALL-E is better at doing it because it works better with more words.
The AI is better at using the AI tool than you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why do they even need me at this point?
I know, it's just you just type in like you're just sitting there and words are just coming out.
You just open the program and it does it for you.
Yeah, eventually you're just going to open it up and just look at it and hit enter, and it's going to go, I got you.
It also understands context much better than before. I think previously it had trouble with things like the idea of writing something. So if you did
horrible at that.
A teddy bear riding a horse, like
can it actually? Writing.
Writing.
Oh, I thought you said writing. Like if you ask for a stop sign, it makes a stop sign, but then it says like soap on the stop sign or something. Like it can't write anything.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
That would be interesting to find out. It's theoretically going to come out in early October, so I'm very excited to try it. And also it allows artists to opt out of OpenAI using their art, which I'm not really sure where they're sourcing all the art from and how you're going to be able to like label your art as do not use.
Yeah, I could see it as like
my account on DeviantArt.
Yeah, like
that.
I opt out of this and this is where my stuff's posted, but that doesn't take away from where your stuff's already stolen on the internet.
Right,
and if it's pulling it from there. So that still seems like a tough thing to do.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Maybe I could see something in the future of like when you're creating something in the metadata, it has a like I opt out of this being used for whatever, but
that's supposed to be
we're
a
while
thing.
from
That's a thing that's being built right now.
Yeah.
Is that a thing that's being built for I opt out, or is that a thing that's being built for this is AI generated art and in the metadata shows that it's made by AI?
There's a thing they're working on. It's a whole consortium with a bunch of the camera manufacturers and like Adobe, where within the metadata, there's an encrypted level in the metadata that changes every time you've made an alteration to the image. It leaves a tag on when that alteration was made and what it was. And if it was created by AI, it will say AI generated as well.
Yeah.
So I believe so.
Yeah. I think that's different though than from like I make something and in the metadata, there's something where it's like I'm opting out of this ever being pulled from the image.
Like scraped.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think that's a thing I don't think it's in the works, but that would be the best way for that to.
Because I don't know how do you retroactively remove your contributions from the training data?
Yeah.
Seems like they already have it trained on something. How do I like remove what I already?
Let's let them opt out after we have trillions of images.
It's just an awkward conversation because OpenAI is getting sued from like every direction right now, from people being like, I did not consent to you using my stuff. And now they're trying to be more proactive about it, but it's like the damage has kind of already been done. And now just saying like, we will use your stuff unless you opt out is kind of strange. So I don't know.
Forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah.
But no one forgives you.
Currently they have no plans that have been laid out to the public as to have a free version of this, which is interesting. Kind of crazy because, they just dropped DALL-E 2. They just dropped ChatGPT. Now everything is kind of starting to go behind a paywall. which is interesting for a company that was originally nonprofit and is now a capped profit company.
Yeah. None of this somehow shocks me at all.
Yeah. It's kind of the natural progression of capitalism.
Do you think we'll continue to see like the newer versions behind the paywall and then the version gets dropped out of the paywall into like the free version?
I don't know.
It's probably the easiest way of doing it.
They could do that, but I think that they're keeping the public access at a like much lower tier just because of like AI regulation hasn't caught up yet, and they don't really know what they're doing.
That's why it's not all the money they want to make.
Yeah, right. That's the reason. Yeah. So anyway, chugging along.
Pretty soon, DALL-E will just make whole waveform episodes.
That's true.
It's really not that far off.
I'm excited.
I said in the DALL-E video, I was like, first it makes
Can't
pictures,
wait to take a break.
Then it makes short animations, then it makes videos, then it makes YouTube videos, then it makes movies. It's just we're just chugging along that path, like one rung of the ladder at a time. Slowly we're getting
there. And it was
there.
less than a year ago that the first one came out. Well, DALL-E 2, but
wow,
isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
insane. Oh, like
Tim with the new paint versus ChatGPT with DALL-E.
Man, Ellis must be a huge AI fan because he just keeps putting thumbs up over there about all this talk.
Thumbs down. Big thumbs down. Very sad. Do you guys see the Adobe thing with the Adobe stock thing?
What is it?
About how a bunch of artists were complaining that if you search their name on Adobe stock, it doesn't serve their profiles. It serves AI art generated to be in their style, even though they all opted out of the training thing. Thumbs down.
That's the worst possible thing.
That is.
Like, it's just,
This is the weird thing about AI is you can just kind of like dance around the stuff that they're blocking with like different semantics.
Here's another one just to make you guys with what's the phrase, quiver in your britches or whatever. There's like a long-standing agreement between Spotify and all the major record labels that Spotify isn't allowed to hold music copyrights, because as soon as they hold the copyrights to music, they can push those records before the record label's records and just not have to pay anyone royalties on music that they own, right? But if they just start generating AI music, they don't even need to copyright it. They can just not pay anyone, period.
Oh, interesting.
So there's like a huge incentive for them to like fill up their playlists with AI generated music.
That is interesting.
Because then, they just keep all that monthly, those monthly fees.
It makes me think like one day it's just going to start infiltrating my Spotify weekly. Like at this point, if you hang around TikTok or YouTube long enough, or even Instagram long enough, you might, without even knowing it, stumble past an AI channel, an AI character. And you might not even know it's AI, but it's just another thing or a person in your feed, and you don't even realize it. The VTuber, whatever.
We've been AI for weeks.
It could be me. It could be you. But now it could be in your Spotify For You page, and you wouldn't even notice. Or maybe you will notice. Maybe it's horrible music. But we'll figure it out eventually. That's interesting.
America's favorite game show. Should there be an Alexa in it? Andrew, fishing rod. Alexa in it?
Easy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Marques, leaf blower.
No.
No?
No.
David, we've got...
My answer is just yes for everything, dude.
Really? Even a canoe?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no Wi-Fi on the lake. Don't know how you're going to use that. Andrew, back to you.
It doesn't matter. If it has conversational AI, it can talk to my canoe.
I wonder if it has the...
On device.
On-device conversational AI.
Yeah.
Andrew, we're looking at a subscribe button with Alexa built in.
Ooh. That's the one that might... I don't know.
Yeah, I want to subscribe from my couch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, right? What about a like button?
Oh.
What do you guys think of this?
I think
Alexa
potentially
built in?
more
I think you
interesting.
should just click it. I don't understand. You should just...
Well, this is the conversation of like human input versus like AI input, right? Like...
And where that becomes really interesting is when we bring up the comment section with Alexa built in.
Commenting with Alexa?
Ask your Alexa what you should comment on this video.
But then every comment is going to start with, "Hey, Alexa."
You're right. I think the subscribe button and the like button are where we should really be focusing our efforts.
Yeah, please don't start every comment with, "Hey, Alexa."
They're going to do that.
Please don't do that.